Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring ocean industrial age concepts that first translated by Japanese scholars and borrowed into Chinese conveniently because we share the same kanji, Japanese character. 假设, 假, roughly equivalent to fake. 是 is display. So both of them kind of have this unique human character that humans can fake it. Humans have layers, can display something that's not their true self or true intention. So both these concepts have at least this sense of at least two layers existing on this one person. And Japanese scholars back then, I guess, after some thinking of what this Western concept of assumption or hypothesis is about, to use to pick from existing Japanese characters of the closest concepts. So this is almost like a short version of translation of what assumption or hypothesis is about. Those are unverified by reality, but you are displaying or you propose as truth. Okay, let's unpack what's 假, what's 设. You can see 假, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, and 2,000 years ago Chinese. They look almost the same, except 2,000 years ago give us more details. It's made of human figure on the left side, and Chinese is a left-facing culture, unlike English. That this is front side of the body, back side of the body. We are using the profile view to symbol human figure, and this human figure is facing toward the left, meaning it's forward going toward the left. So because fake is a human behavior, we actually don't know. I guess animals can fake as well. They have camouflage at least, so they can fake as well as a necessity for survival. And humans, we kind of explicitly express like a pack in what it takes for humans to fake it. Okay, so human behavior on the left side. Right side means borrowed or lending. Like you see it from two perspectives. In either the giving or lending side or borrowing side is the same concept. It's made of hunter-gatherer societies, deskinning of the animal. So we have this big, like a hook, long hook shape. That's the dead animal body. The rest of the body is kind of flattened out, lifeless. And this bulge is the skull. And we have a same shape saying that's positioned right next to it. So that's the skin that's pulled apart from the dead body. And three finger hand symbol, specifically right hand symbol, reaching from bottom of the screen here, the 2D screen, is the hand used to pull the skin. I don't exactly know how they do it. It could be, well, I don't know. There is a scanning process. So that's part of the hunter-gatherers, I guess, basic skill sets, that after you get a catch, you have to de-skin it so that you can get to the protein layer. And these two horizontal lines are indicators. They are conceptual ideas, not the real thing in the physical world. And that's kind of attention pointer. Point attention to this portion, which is this long staff of this big hook shape. That shows you kind of portion it out, because after you deskin the animal, the rest of the animal body, the catch, are going to be dissect, cut into smaller pieces and distributed. Now, a lot of D words, okay, distributed among your tribesmen. So that's the hunter-gatherer societies, I guess, common practice, catch shared among your tribe. And eventually, when things develop, society get more advanced, this sending out or sharing what belong to you, because you're the catcher, you're the keeper supposedly, but you distribute it among your tribesmen because of the survival for the whole tribe. This becomes a concept of lending or loaning, because apparently it's not just sharing for free, right? Even if hunter-gatherer age, there may not be like today's sophisticated transaction. There could be kind of equivalent of a social credit. If you are a better hunter, you distribute more of your catch. Then among your tribesmen, you're going to have higher status, right? So that became the later day lending, owning, or lending or borrowing concept. So borrowing plus the human figure, it's almost like the Chinese language creator describe what faking is about. Faking is not your authentic self in today's lingo. It is your borrowed imagery or identity or behavior that you're faking it. You're behaving in a way or look in a way that's not your true self. It could be you want to conform, you want to fit in, you want to live according to social pressure or constriction. You want to fit the bill of somebody else's so that you can survive here better. All that behavior, this borrowed human figure, become the concept of fake. Pretty deep, right? If we think it that way. Okay, display, again, three finger hand symbol. Then we have this whip with a sharp edge at the very end. And this imagery is associated with slave enslavering, I guess, because whipping was a common tool used back then by slave owners. So this sharp-edged whip, handheld, this imagery becomes enslavering. So this is making people, I mean, in today's point of view, we don't have slavery for the most part anymore. So we all believe in that humans are created equal. But if one human want to enslave the other human, that will be force them to do things. So it's forced labor. The left side is speaking. We have the mouse symbol at the bottom, and then we have a pointer pointing toward the mouse. And then we have a second concave line to indicate it's the inside the mouse, because tongue is shapeless, or it can be transforming into any shapes. So it's hard to describe the tongue in a fixed form. So we're instead using the relative location. We're saying the thing inside your mouth is the tongue, because we already have teeth characters. So the only other like deduced possibility is the tongue. We have mouth, tongue together, and then two sound bites that describing the speech traveling through time and space in a diminishing energy form. That's my interpretation. So we have speech and the speaker or speaking organ together make the concept of speaking. So speaking means by words. Words are powerful. You can make people do things because with your words. So that's what PR, propaganda is about, right? So by words, the right side in slavery is by force. The two ways to manipulate or control people or reality beyond yourself, to exert power beyond yourself so that they display or go the way as you wish. So it's almost like you're projecting your will or intention onto reality by words or by force. And that becomes a Chinese display concept. Fake display is a Japanese scholar's definition, very succinct definition of what assumption or assume is about. You assume, you fake it. That's unverified. You almost know there is a separation between what's the real you versus the borrowed. Then you project what you think how things should work into reality. And that's assumption, what assumption is about. Here, I mean, I'm not intentionally kind of putting Christianity symbol over there, but that's almost like this religion has a big assumption, and they create a storytelling, project their reality, or project what they think how the world works onto reality. And there is a separation between this borrowed how things work to the real you. So between ourselves and the reality, there is this layer that can be peeled apart. And it's really humbling to us as all humans to understand, however we understand the world works is really limited. And we really have lots of built-in assumption of how things work. And we'll keep projecting, keep displaying in a certain way and faking it. But all this could be, I mean, in English would be smoke and mirror and all that. It's our own conceptualization of how the world works. And that's 假设. Thank you for your time. See you another day.